Hey everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of WildStar Insider. Now, for those of you who haven't watched my ESO Insiders, which I did back on Elder Scrolls Online, the whole point of this is I want to make sure that I am putting out news from someone who actually plays the game. I see a lot of stuff out there, people talking about patch notes or whatever, but I feel like they're not actually playing the game and sometimes they don't know what's going on. So my goal is to talk about from the inside, someone who's actually playing and maybe knows a little about it. Not just news or patch notes, but even anything. It could be about something crazy the developers did, or maybe this guild versus that guild and this server and what's going on in the forums. So that's my goal. In this first episode we are talking about the release of WildStar. That's right, the game just came out not even a week ago. I guess early access a week ago. Just today we're going to talk all about it. So if you haven't had a chance to jump in yet, if you're not playing the game or you're thinking about it, maybe you did, it's been really crazy, really active, and overall pretty good. One big complaint, one problem a lot of people have been having are the servers are super full, especially for the first few days and the first 3 or 4 days. The servers were so full there was crazy queue times. I mean, like 12-hour long queue times with 5,000 people in queue. It was just nuts. It was nuts. And they started putting out new servers, right? New PvP and PvE servers. But a lot of people didn't want to make new characters. They didn't want to switch. They had friends on this server. They got used to the people here. So even though there was a lot of people on the new servers, the old servers still had crazy queue times, and so they actually just recently came out with free server transfers off of the really high population servers down to some new servers or lower population servers, and that's really helped. I'm playing on Widow, which is a PvP server, and it said the queue was like 12 hours, but it would take about 4 hours to get in the game. And recently, since they had those free server transfers and everything like that, I'm able to jump in Friday night, Saturday. Longest queue I've waited in is maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And so that's working really well. And I'm actually really impressed by how quickly they did that. I know they were already working on it and stuff, but simply the fact that they had these problems, there was a ton of people that were playing, which is a good thing. And then they would come out with new servers and then even server transfers, and they made those free really quickly. That's pretty darn amazing. Another thing I'm really surprised at is looking around on the forums and even like Reddit and stuff like that. The developers are still really active. Now it makes sense before the game comes out, they can be out there and they can talk to everybody and promote their game and stuff. But they're still out on the forums, still talking to people, and not even just like really big important threads like, everybody's mad because of this thing and so the developer swoops in to try to make them feel better. I was looking on the Reddit and it was like some random thread about, I forget what it even was, but some of the developers and like Gaffney and like high up developers, people running the thing, running the game, and they're still in there, still talking to people in the middle of launch week, and they're still talking, not even about PR stuff. Really amazing, really great communication, everything like that. Now some people have had some bugs. I've been disconnected randomly. Some people are still having some optimization issues, but overall, really honestly, this has been a really good launch. Not seeing any problems there. Even some of the reviews that are coming out now from different websites and stuff like that, it's hard to review an MMO after just a few days, but the release of it has gone really well in my opinion, and a lot of the reviewers are saying the same thing. Now on top of that, there's also the official release that came out, and on top of that there's also like free trials that people are getting. People are getting codes, like 3 codes in their emails who've pre-ordered. So if you want to play the game, if you haven't played it, you've been on the fence, you've been wondering, waiting to see, what happens maybe with launch and how people really feel about the game, I think it's going great. It seems like it's going really well, and there are some free codes that are out there. I have 3 of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I have some. Maybe I'll give them away on my Twitch or maybe through YouTube here. So if you want one, leave a comment. Maybe I'll throw some out that way. But there's a bunch of them out there. Ask around. Launch is going great. That's my opinion. I'll see you out there.